Hey there, it's Gibbs. I just wanted to put a video out. One because my brother told me to, because it'll help, I guess, garner attention to my channel. But one way to find out. And so I just wanted to explain the page. I made a Veronica Mayday page, and I just want to explain some of the process that went through it and some of the materials I used for it, in case anyone wants to try it out themselves. And then yeah, maybe I'll do this with future pages too, like my Coraline page. I think it'd be super fun. And I know I look up videos online for inspiration, like for sketchbooks, and I'm like, how do they do that? How do I do that? So, okay, this is my first official page, and I'm so proud of how it turned out. It just makes me want to squeal in excitement. So I don't know, I chose Rosca because I was on a huge hell of a boss phase. So I was like, oh my gosh, yay! And I loved her character design. I know there's controversies and such, but I had to do it. I just love her character so much, and I just love the design and the colors and palette. I know it's very, like, in a way, like one-dimensional, her color palette, very pink and etc. But like the background more than made up for it, especially in her song. Just the whole ocean scene just really made up for it, in my opinion. Anyway, so for her, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, for her, I saw the scene of, I remember her popping a bubble, and I thought that might be a really cute piece to put right here. And so I wanted to give her, like, an actual little, bubble thing. And so I found the perfect size pom-pom from a squishy. And, it fit perfectly. So I was like, sweet, we're doing it. And I had a hard time on her glasses, but I think they turned out really okay, like, all things considering. And then I just did her like a very light purpley watercolor outline. So I'm also going to talk about some of the materials I use. So like for like the watercolors for like the backgrounds, and especially the sand I used this. So it's like, hand sized, but it is the best thing ever. I take it everywhere with me when I travel. So it's handy, it's travel size. So like I've done like pieces, like I've done coloring on pages using this. So it's just really good for me. It's perfect. And then I also used quite a few other things too. So I decided to do her name right here. I was debating where I want to do the name, but I figured like that was a good open spot. And then I thought like, oh, I'll do it in the, Sorry again, my dog wanted outside. So again, I used to use pink, but I didn't want it to only be pink, so I did the Ocean 2, and again, turned out so good. So for this, I did Vacated Bone Town. I felt like it was good to have like an homage to her song, and so I just love some aspects of her character. So I added the Blitzo tattoo. I just made it kind of like a sticker, and just gave her a little star sticker. And then I don't know if you can tell very well, but I put on a like not a film, but what's it called? Like a lamination, just to kind of make it feel more picture-y, and I guess look in a way. You can't really tell very well, but I just used tape. So I just put 2 big old pieces of tape and then X-Acto knife them down the right size. So very lucky I did not cut through the whole page. So, and then yeah, so for a lot of the actual like coloring wise, I have to admit I did use a lot of Posca. So I used some of the paint pens, and they worked great. When I first started dabbling with them, I did like a Millie with my first time using Posca paint pens, and it turned out well, but it was a natural disaster trying to figure out how to exactly, use them without smearing and then bleeding through paper, even if the paper was thick enough, and just making sure it didn't look flaky. So it was an experience, and I could have practiced more, and it was fun to learn. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then, yep, I found the best ever. I found this jelly roll. I think that's what it's called. Let's see if I can get it focus. Yeah, so I got this to do like the white in between, just to make it more neon. Oh my gosh. I love this thing. Best thing I've ever done. It works so well too for like cleaning up little oopsies. Like if I slightly did like one slightly out line, I just color over it with that. So that was so nice. Um, but yeah, and it was like really nice too for here because I've drawn this character multiple times before, but each time I couldn't get the thing right. Her poofy fur fluffy coat like just right, and it wasn't just right, and it made me irritated. One sec, my dog wants in. You are a heathen. I'm trying to film a video. This is Lucy. And then I basically have a channel based on my dogs called Gibbs and Company, just capital Gibbs, and then the and signed, and then capital CO, period. So Gibbs and Company. So yeah, might as well plug that in while I'm here since she's relevant. Okay, what was I on? Oh yeah, I just barely talked about these. So I've had her done for a while, so I just cut her out of my sketchbook, and just use some glue, glue her on. It was very sticky, and like I like ripped off layers of skin because I'd get all over my fingers, and I gotta figure something out. So if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. You will be a lifesaver. Okay. So for like this ocean thing, I didn't want to use Posca because again, as much as I love it, I'm not confident, and it's not like the fabric peeling. It's hard to explain, but if you have them, you probably know. So instead I used markers. So I have like these 2 sets of markers that I use religiously that I got from TJ Maxx. So I got these ones, 0, and I used just like took me a minute to find the right purple and pink. And I also used these artist concept ones. So these were very, very useful in figuring out the page itself. And then again, I'm trying to make it more 3D, and this page isn't really. My next page is going to be super like more interactive. So mostly I just have that and that. But I am proud of this little folder I made. So it was really hard to do because before I put the little folder on, I painted it. So then I had to line it up to make sure everything lined again once I got the folder on. And then it was a matter of figuring out how I want it to look when it opens up too. So I used a little bit of like the tacky stuff that you can use to hang up posters. I used that, and I've used it a couple times on different art projects, and I think it's been really helpful. So I'm using that so I don't have to like make a clip or anything, and I'm kind of lazy, so that worked out well. And then I made this little goofy goober because I thought why not, and I love the little character. So he was really hard for me to do, and finding right colors. I'm glad he turned out the way he did. I was kind of worried, and then I taped him up, so I'm hoping he'd last longer. So yeah, I think he turned out really good, all things considering. I love his little eyes and teeth, and again, he was a pain in the butt to make, so I'm just super glad he turned out the way he did. But yeah, so that's just some of the stuff I used. And then again, if anyone ever wants to see like a full thing, like a step-by-step thing for future pages, or like or certain aspects, let me know, and I'll be happy to show, because I love this, and I have so many other things I want to show you guys other than just sketchbook things. I've made mask, I paint mostly, I paint a lot, I painted my walls, so yeah, just let me know. So yeah, so excited. Bye.